Welcome to Mr. Thrill Seeker. Dive into the chilling depths of the legend of Sleepy Hollow. Brace yourself, for the Headless Horseman is on the hunt. Enjoy the thrill. The wind howls through the dark, dense forest, its fury bending ancient trees as if in homage to a forgotten deity. The moon hangs low and full, casting an otherworldly glow that twists the shadows into monstrous forms. In the distance, the mournful toll of an ancient church bell echoes through the night, each chime resonating with the weight of forgotten horrors. This is Sleepy Hollow, a place where the veil between the living and the dead is dangerously thin, and where ancient evils linger just out of sight. Tonight, however, is no ordinary night. As the clock strikes midnight, an ancient force, long dormant and ravenous, begins to stir. The legend that has haunted this forsaken valley is about to awaken, and with it, a terror that will defy the limits of mortal fear. Jonathan Crane, driven by a dark curiosity and a quest for truth, arrives at the heart of Sleepy Hollow. His arrival is no coincidence. He has been lured by the sinister whispers of an age-old curse. A tale of a headless horseman doomed to seek vengeance under the cloak of night. But Crane is not just any investigator. He is a seasoned paranormal expert, accustomed to confronting the darkest entities that lurk beyond human understanding. As his car approaches the Van Tassel estate, its decaying grandeur stands stark against the moonlit sky. The mansion's broken windows seem to watch him, and a palpable sense of dread fills the air. Stepping out of the car, Crane is greeted by an eerie silence, broken only by the faint rhythmic sound of hooves in the distance. When he turns to look, all he sees is the empty road and the whispering trees swaying ominously. Entering the house, Crane is immediately enveloped by the oppressive atmosphere. The door creaks open, revealing a vast interior cloaked in dust and decay. Portraits of long-dead ancestors line the walls, their eyes following his every move. In the center of the room, a grand fireplace unexpectedly flares to life, casting flickering, restless shadows that seem to reach out for him. As the hours slip by, Crane delves deeper into the lore of Sleepy Hollow, sifting through old diaries and letters. Each document offers a different version of the legend. Some describe the horseman as a Hessian soldier, others as a demon summoned to guard the town's darkest secrets. But as Crane reads, a more chilling truth emerges. The curse is not merely a legend, it is a sentient entity that feeds on fear and has been growing stronger with each passing year. Now it has chosen Crane as its new prey. The night grows darker and the wind outside intensifies, howling like a beast. Crane's cameras begin to pick up unsettling anomalies. Brief, ghostly glimpses of a headless horseman riding through the hallways, his eyes glowing with a malevolent light. The house itself seems alive, its walls creaking and shifting as if attempting to trap him within its haunted embrace. Whispers begin to infiltrate Crane's senses. At first faint and indistinct, they soon grow into a cacophony of desperate voices, all chanting a single chilling command.
Leave.
Crane tries to ignore them.
Leave now.
They don't stop. Mr. Crane focuses on his work, but the whispers grow louder, more frantic. The sound of hooves draws nearer, and then, through the doorway, the horseman materializes, enveloped in supernatural flames and burning with an unholy fire. Crane realizes he must escape, but the house itself conspires against him. Doors slam shut with thunderous force, windows shatter and walls close in, constricting his escape. The horseman advances with a menacing roar, his sword raised high, ready to sever Crane in two pieces. Desperate, Crane grabs a cross from his bag and holds it up as a desperate shield. The horseman falters momentarily, but his rage soon overcomes his hesitation. With a deafening roar, the horseman charges, his sword slicing through the air with lethal precision. Crane narrowly evades the deadly blade, sprinting through the halls as the horseman's hooves pound behind him like a drumbeat of impending doom. Crane reaches the basement, slamming the door shut with all his might. He scrambles for any weapon or tool that might turn the tide, but the door crashes open as the horseman forces his way through. The basement is now a battleground of shadows and dust. Crane raises the cross once more, but its light seems to wane, and the horseman's laughter, deep and guttural, echoes ominously. The sword strikes Crane, a cold, draining sensation spreading through him as if the weapon was siphoning his very life. The horseman's voice, a whisper filled with icy malice, reaches Crane's ears.
You cannot escape. You are mine.
He intones, sealing Crane's fate. In the face of impending death, Crane's mind clears, revealing a crucial insight. The horseman's power lies not in his physical form, but in the fear and belief that he is invincible. Realizing this, Crane forces a defiant smile.
You're just a story, you're not real.
He declares.
A ghost figment of my imagination.
The horseman hesitates, his form flickering like a dying ember. Seizing the moment, Crane retrieves a vial of holy water from his bag and hurls it at the horseman. The liquid sizzles on contact, and the horseman emits a blood-curdling scream that reverberates through the basement. But instead of disintegrating, the horseman transforms. His flames sputter and die, his sword turns to dust, and his once mighty form collapses into a pile of ash. Crane, panting heavily, believes the nightmare is over. But as he turns to leave, he hears the ominous sound of hooves approaching from behind. He turns to see the horseman rising from the ashes, but this time he is not alone. Shadows coalesce around him, forming grotesque, nightmarish shapes. At the center of this maelstrom stands Ichabod Crane, twisted into a grotesque servant of darkness. His eyes burn with an unholy fire, and his smile is one of pure, malicious glee.
You didn't think it would be that easy, did you?
Ichabod sneers, his voice a chilling whisper.
The curse cannot be broken, only passed on. And now, it's your turn.
Crane backs away, understanding the true nature of the curse. The Headless Horseman was merely a vessel for a far older, darker evil that now seeks a new host. The shadows close in, their icy tendrils reaching for him, and Crane realizes he has one desperate chance. He grabs the cross and plunges it into his own chest, hoping to end the curse once and for all. But as the darkness overwhelms him, Crane realizes his grave mistake. The curse does not perish with him, it grows stronger. The final image he sees is Ichabod's twisted smile and the echoes of cruel laughter filling his ears, sealing his fate. The dawn breaks over Sleepy Hollow, casting long, eerie shadows across the valley. The wind has calmed, and the forest lies in an unnatural silence. The Van Tassel estate stands empty, its doors ajar and its windows shattered. Inside, there is no trace of Jonathan Crane, only the faint scent of ashes and the echo of a curse that remains unbroken. As the camera pans out, a headless figure on horseback emerges from the morning mist. His eyes burn with an unholy fire, a haunting reminder that the legend of Sleepy Hollow endures. The curse continues, ever hungry for new victims, as some stories never truly end. Subscribe for more from Mr. Thrillseeker. In the dark, feel the spark. Stick around for more hair-raising thrills to come.